What's going on, everybody? It's your man Jay, back with video number 9. That's how I feel. I appreciate all the love and support I've been receiving, all the advice that you guys have been giving. I'm definitely going to take them. I'm limited right now with what equipment that I have, but I'm not going to stop bringing you these videos just because of the lack of options I have with this particular software. But yeah, I'm gonna keep on bringing them to you. My opinions are still going to be the same, regardless of how they are brought to you. Special effects or special sayings, anything like that. I mean, my opinions is going to be the same, and that's what this is about, displaying my opinions. But like I said, I appreciate everything. I want the comments to continue to come in. I want the advice to continue coming in as my situation changes and I can do better. I'll definitely bring you a better product. So just hang in there. Just stick with me. I'm gonna keep on doing this and keep on moving forward until. So this particular segment, there's been another attack, animal attack at a California sanctuary. This intern, 24-year-old Diana Hanson. She was an intern for 3 months since January. She was attacked by basically her favorite lion. She loved that lion. I guess she spent a lot of time with that lion, but this particular day, that lion attacked her. There's no reason other than that animal being an animal, doing what it knows best. You can take a lion out of the jungle and out of the wild, but that's still a lion. Even if you breed them and raise it in captivity, it's sooner or later it's going to come into its natural instinct, and that's to be a wild animal. Now they had to shoot this lion, due to the fact that he killed that girl. Um, but I'm like, man, you shot that lion for being a lion, and it's tough because I'm torn in between, you know, these sanctuaries and these zoos and stuff like that, because it's a good thing because these animals are considered endangered or threatened. Um, you know, we try to keep these species from becoming extinct because that overall can mess up the ecosystem and biodiversity, all that good stuff. And it's a chain of events. You do one thing, it leads to something else, it starts something else, and we already got enough going on in the world as it is, so we try to prevent as much as possible. And the purposes of zoos is for study, conservation, education of animals, and displaying animals for the public, because when you're a little kid, the only place you're going to see a lion or a tiger is at the zoo, right? And they're definitely going to make a profit out of it. They've been very profitable. Most of these zoos have been making over $1 million a year. So, where they're putting that money, I don't know. I guess putting it back into the zoo for research and to expand on the exhibitions and stuff like that. For the most part, I feel that most of these zoos are treating these animals humanely. What goes on behind closed doors is, it's my guess, your guess, whatever. But there's been plenty of reports, just like that 2007 tiger attack, Siberian tiger attack, that somehow that tiger got loose, and I don't even think they figured out whether somebody let that tiger out or if it got out on his own and killed that one dude. I think there was like two brothers that was there too. They were just visitors, and I don't know if one of the brothers was killed. I'm not totally sure. I don't remember if one of the brothers was killed or if one of the workers was killed. But regardless, it was killed. Again, tiger being a tiger. The Bronx Zoo last year, a man jumps into the tiger cage. Somehow he jumps off a monorail, ends up in the tiger cage. Tiger reacts like a tiger, jumps on him. They reports say that it was a suicide attempt. He wanted to die. I guess he changed his mind when he saw that tiger on his ass. I don't know, but they didn't kill that tiger. They was able to uh, basically secure that tiger. He or she probably didn't really want to kill him. I think she had just had some cubs, so she was probably just trying to protect her cubs. So they didn't kill that animal. But in Pittsburgh last year, also a little boy fell off of a railing. His mom put him up on the railing trying to get a better view of these African painted dogs, wild dogs. The boy fell into the exhibition, and you know these dogs did what they knew best. It's a sad situation. The little boy was only 2. So I'm definitely not trying to make light of anything, but the truth is these are wild dogs. Protection is supposed to be in place, safeguards are supposed to be in place for the human and the animal. So it's just human error is always going to be a factor. Like I said before, you don't know what goes on behind the closed doors. If humans are really causing harm to these animals or making them feel threatened, and or whatever the case may be. You never know what an animal is thinking. You can sit up there and sit beside this animal every single day, just like they do, and then these animals lash out for no apparent reason. So you never know what's on the mind of these animals. So that's why I'm kind of torn in between. The ASPCA supports zoos. As long as certain conditions are met. They're treated humanely. They do everything that they're supposed to do. And I don't disagree with a zoo. I love to go to the zoo just like the next person. But I just don't agree with mixing humans and these animals that the only thing they know is their natural instinct, and that's to hunt and do whatever they got to do. So these animals get heat, they get hungry, anything can happen, and to make these, having cubs, if you're a female, having cubs, and that makes them very protective. It makes them want to lash out if you get too close or something of that sort. Just like, I guess, pets. Like, certain people want to keep these animals as pets. Like that lady that had that monkey, that chimp, and that chimp lost his mind. I mean, this was a famous chimp. I mean, he was in a Coca-Cola commercial, Old Navy commercials, a well-known chimpanzee. His name was Travis. But something happened. This couple had, raised the chimp in a house, a regular household. Something happened to that chimp. I'm not sure what it was, and he tried to rip that lady's face off. She went through all the reconstructive surgery to get everything back to normal, and I think they killed that chimp. But that's what I'm saying. You don't bring these type of animals into households. That's like people with these big snakes, these chimps, and all these other type of animals that they want to keep as pets, and that's not what they were meant for. You know what I'm saying? They're not domestic animals. Dogs, cats, birds, fish. those are animals that you keep as pets. I mean, even dogs. Dogs mess around and lose their minds, or something happens to them, or a human mistreats them, and then they end up hurting or killing somebody. And the first thing they want to do is put the dog down. It's not the dog's fault. It's not the animal's fault. So, like I said, I'm torn. Because man is the most dangerous animal of all. And then human error, like I said, is always going to take place. So even though we may feel like we're not doing anything, or we don't know what we're doing, or we didn't cause any harm, or we didn't mean to do what we did, or something that just didn't go right to cause this animal to snap. Jumping in the cage, come on, that you were asking for it. The lady putting her child up on that rail, I don't know what she was thinking. I guess she thought, hey, I have him. He just wants to get a closer look. Somehow he slipped, he fell. She couldn't catch him. So, but I just don't, I feel like I understand why we place animals in certain refuges and zoos and sanctuaries. I understand trying to save them. At the same time, we're trying to save them. We could also be putting them in harm's way. And thus you see the attacks, and then they happen to use deadly force on these animals. So, but that's all I have on this. I guess I've said enough. If you have an opinion on this, please comment, share your views. If you have something in contrast as to what I'm saying, speak. I'm open ears, I'm open minded. I'm gonna get into the music portion of the show. The late great Christopher Wallace and his single "One More Chance" is what I'm gonna play for y'all. One of my favorite joints, you know what I'm saying, of all time. And I hope y'all feel the same. Y'all be cool. Peace.
First things first, I pop freaks all the honeys, dummies, playboy bunnies, those wanting money. Those the ones I like cause they don't get Nathan but penetration. Unless it smells like sanitation. Garbage I turn like doorknobs. Heart throb never, black and ugly as ever. However, I stay Gucci down to the socks. Rings and watch filled with rocks. And my jam knocking your Mitsubishi. Girls pee when they see me.